Boom shakalaka, some nasty charts for Bitcoin. Could it really get this bad? Stay tuned. What's up everyone, Randall here from Crypto Love. Today's video, a lot of nasty charts for Bitcoin. Could it get as bad as some are speculating? Why and why not? Before we get into it, guys, like the video, join us on Twitter at @CryptoLove, and subscribe to the OG Bitcoin Crypto YouTube channel, making daily videos through all the turbulence for 7 freaking years. Now today we are in extreme fear. Finally back to extreme fear. I'm tired of this run-of-the-mill regular fear territory. Things generally shift when we are in extreme fear. So that's good to see. The overall market down 2% today. Bitcoin at 55,854, Ethereum at 23.54, BNB at 503, Solana 128, XRP 53 cents, Dogecoin 9 cents, Tron 14 cents, and Toncoin 477. Now, Bitcoin continuing in what could still be a bull flag, but coming up towards the bottom of that bull flag very soon. And you might see this bar pattern right here. Well, this is the bar pattern of exactly what happened last time this blue line crossed below the yellow line right here, the 21 EMA crossing below the baby making moving average, 9-month moving average, happened way back here, if it'll load, right here, before Bitcoin took a massive dump all the way down to the market bottom. Now, should the same thing occur right now, where would that put us? Oh, pretty low, roughly $25,000 towards 2025. Now, don't lose heart just yet. Watch the video, but first, some more punishing charts. Now, in the Bitcoin 2-month chart, the TD sequential indicator presented a sell signal anticipating a correction. If the 51,000 support level is lost, Bitcoin could drop to $40,600. Now, the last time we saw one of these, boom, Bitcoin did take quite a price dump. Could we see it once again? Quite possible, not guaranteed. But also on the 2-month chart, the stochastic RSI has just signaled a trend reversal. Historically, in the past 10 years, this has preceded a significant correction of about 75%. That would put Bitcoin roughly at $15,000. Holy jeez. Also, this chart right here, not looking so hot on the monthly log space RSI, looking like March was actually the cycle peak, and we might just be headed down even further. And one more chart, just to break your heart, because it rhymes. What emotions would take over the market if Bitcoin reached $35,000 to $40,000? Not saying this will happen, but possible scenarios should never be ruled out. It's crucial to consider the emotional impact and think through potential outcomes ahead of time. Well, ahead of time would have been in March. Now it's a little bit late, don't you think? But if we take a look right here, the Bitcoin proof of work V2 chart suggesting $35,000 to $40,000 price for Bitcoin. You can see this was the price bottom back in November of 2022, also similarly in 2020. Now, that's the bad news. The good news is, if you can call this good news, is that we'll probably never see Bitcoin going below 30,000 again. While it's still down quite a bit, almost a 50% price cut from here, based on the Bitcoin cost basis density map. When a lot of Bitcoin changes hands, it forms a pretty solid bottom. Now, we do have the bottom there at $15,000, but there's a second one. You can see all of these bands, roughly $30,000. So Bitcoin breaking below $30,000 would be unlikely, but it could still be a very bumpy ride all the way down there. And just before you go cash in all of your chips, clearly not financial advice, do what you want to do with your money. This is just for entertainment, and just because I like talking to my computer every day. Well, if you remember, Q4 is coming up. September, maybe not a great month, but October, historically a phenomenal month. You remember the 30% October candle last year? Probably not. Most people are probably, heartbroken. But this is when Bitcoin went from $26,000 to $36,000 on the way up to $72,000. So Q4 is coming. Winter is coming. And that could possibly turn things around. If we take a look at the daily stochastic, it's oversold right now. The last couple times it was oversold, Bitcoin did turn around on price. Could we be seeing it once again? If we do, though, there is resistance coming pretty quickly at the low $60,000 range. We also have to consider that Bitcoin funding rates are extremely low again, below negative. The majority is shorting. oftentimes, not always, but oftentimes you want to be on the opposite side of majority when it comes with Bitcoin, because they're all buying when it's at the top and they're all selling when it's at the bottom. They're all longing when it's at the top and they're all shorting like they're doing right now when it's towards or at the bottom. There's a different perspective right here, but while people think price may go lower, based on this support of the 200-day SMA and Bollinger Bands, reversion to the mean, which would mean price bouncing back up, would be more likely than price continuing down from here. As a matter of fact, there is one chart we've been talking about since June, I think middle of June, end of June, maybe July, something, one of those J months. January, definitely wasn't January. But this chart right here predicts that by September 24th, that is the launch date for Bitcoin. In case you guys can't do math, that's 18 more days until launch date for Bitcoin. And guess what? Bitcoin price right now, uncanny. It's pretty much par for the course. So could we have a massive rally in 18 days? Ooh, maybe. Q4, US presidential election, this chart right here. A lot of people shorting, a lot of things lining up for Bitcoin. Should that happen, we have a big wave 5 waiting for Bitcoin based on this ascending wedge right here. Wave 5 would put us at roughly $340,000. Yes, that's right, $250,000 by 2025. And if that's not enough for you, based on this chart right here, you can see that 813 days, and then a little bit longer days, and then a little bit longer days, you do 1.868 times the days, but guess what? The price goes up by 40x. You can see 40x here, 40x here, and the 40x here, guess what? That would put price at roughly $500,000 or $500,000 per Bitcoin by 2025. So if Bitcoin doesn't crash and we don't lose it all, it's looking pretty darn good. But that's all for this episode. If you enjoyed it, like it, join us on Twitter, subscribe to the channel, and also YouTube says watch that video right there and helps out so gosh darn much. I'll catch you later. Have a good one. Love you. Peace.
If you don't think Bitcoin's going to $1 million a coin and then $10 million a coin, you're already a loser.
From now on, if you don't own Bitcoin, you're a moron.